Tuesday, about 8 p.m.-ish Eastern Time. Oh, it's only 8:04. That's not bad for us. So I'm LaShock here with TForce RPG. It's a Long Story, our custom Pathfinder tabletop RPG game where I, the GM, run a collection of our League of Legends podcasters and shoutcasters through an interesting fantasy story, and they kind of ruin everything I might have planned and do shit I would never predict. So for those of you unfamiliar or just joining in, where we have the group, our Trinity Force Adventuring Party, the TFAPs, have gone through a great series of misadventures in the city of Tirnog. Last week, they managed to escape from Tirnog after failing to kill the king and making their way with the rebels back to the
Not
town of Kerto.
not for a lack of trying, we should say.
Yes,
It's
yes.
also, we didn't actually, we only saw him leave. He might have died after the fact. We don't know.
Yeah.
This
That
is
would be the
true.
best twist
This is
ever.
true.
Like, just find out 2 months from now. He's been dead for a super long time.
Lumalia did stab him with poisoned daggers, so it's a possibility. Who knows? So last week they escaped back there, where they decided that they're going to now fully commit to aiding the rebels. Previously, in the past 11 episodes, they have been kind of dipping their toes into the political waters, uncertain of who to ally with or what to do besides try and make money and a name for themselves. But now, well, at least as of last week, because this could change, they decided they were going to ally with the rebels, who asked them to try and track down the remaining members of the Hawks, which was a former warrior hunting mercenary guild in Turnog before the new king took over. Plowing through the Carewood, a thick, heavy wood filled with fey creatures and mysticism, they got lost in some fog before a fairy found them and guided them to this tree, which is supposedly an avatar of Andarin, the god of magic, knowledge, truth, and nature, and has told them that since they found their way here, he will answer for them one question each, where he will give them the absolute truth to their question. And that is where we left off last week, and we're coming back into the game with everyone standing around in this clearing with this giant tree with a weird face carved on it. And he has just informed everyone that they will, you were given a table and food and refreshments to rest yourselves, and told that when you are ready, you may approach the tree and ask your question. And your answer will be given to you and only unto you.
Cool.
So, me just having arrived from my foyers unannounced and unknown, I go and approach the tree and ask my question first.
Before you can jump up to the tree, Lumalia actually jumps ahead of you and goes up to the tree. And the tree actually, like the area where the face is, kind of almost seems like opens up. And yours, beckon to go inside. And Lumalia goes in and it closes. And about a few minutes pass. And then Lumalia exits.
With a green stone saying she'll leave for Hyrule immediately.
No. But she does state that she looks down at the sword that she found, the short sword that she took from the lighthouse, and says, I know what I have to do with this now. I will catch up with you all later. I have to tend to something, and it's personal. And just takes off.
Wait, before you leave. The crown.
Oh,
Would she?
Lumalia, the crown drops onto the ground. You couldn't tell if Lumalia just dropped it, or maybe if some other force caused it to fall. But Lumalia takes off and disappears back into the fog.
Thank you.
I don't want to part the kimono here on the episode too much, but that was highly appropriate because Bridget's ringtone is actually the Great British Baking Show. So that as like an introduction to Lumalia was, I think, quite appropriate.
So for those of there, Santana, the player of Lumalia, is having to be absent for a while. So I've sent Lumalia off on a little side quest that nobody knows what it is yet, but we'll be back eventually, and we'll catch up on her adventures. So, you look startled, Hiram, as you are in front of the tree, and Amalia runs off, but, she's been prone to erratic behavior. That's not too shocking for really anyone. And, the trees open up, and you guys hear the voice that the next one to ask a question, the next who has a question may enter.
I enter.
Okay. So you go inside the tree, and it's like...
Are we still doing the...
If you guys wish to remove your headsets while I impart the answer, while Matt asks this question answers, you are absolutely welcome to. Otherwise, I'm just going to trust you not the metagame.
I'll take off my headphones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to know.
All right. So you enter into the tree, and it's basically kind of like completely dark, except for like a warm red glow in the center, where there's a little crystal that's similar to like a campfire. And there's a single log that you can go and sit on in front of this crystal.
I sit on the log.
And on the other side of this crystal, a face kind of appears in the darkness that mirrors the face that you saw on the tree on the outside. And it says, "Very well, young Hiram. What question do you have for me?"
I want to know what the most valuable thing in the castle of Tirnog is. I seek wealth, and I seek fortune for myself and for my party.
The item of most value which can generate you the most wealth. Hidden deep beneath the treasury in a hidden vault by the old and original kings is a stone which is capable of turning lead to gold.
Ooh. Thank you.
And at that, the tree opens back up behind you.
And I walk out.
So Hiram emerges from the tree with a kind of a glint in his eye and a smile.
I'm sure it has to do something with gold. I just know.
We don't even need to ask.
Next.
Before I go in, I should tell you, I plan on asking the three about who has been haunting us, what exactly has been going on. Does anyone have a problem with this, or something more relevant to what is going on? Because personally, I have nothing to ask the three.
No, I think that's pretty good.
If you've got nothing else you wish to ask the tree, then by all means, go ahead.
All right, then.
You go for it, I say as I pick up the crown.
Oh, shit.
So
Okay.
you go and
Yeah.
enter the tree?
Yeah,
Okay.
Headphones off, so you have to jump.
that's fine. I mean, I already told you what I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, yeah, but what you hear, you may not choose to tell them.
Okay.
So you go enter the tree, and what it is when you go inside of the tree, it looks to you like the temple of Gerako that you grew up in. And you see yourself, there's the altar and the spot where you're basically your father figure stood, and he's sitting there, beneath a large statue of Gerako and his meteor hammer, and sees you and gestures to the step beneath him for you to kneel.
Okay, I'll go over and kneel silently.
And it says in a very different voice from your mentor, "So Haser, disciple of Gerako, what question do you have that I may give you the most absolute answer I can for?"
In the recent weeks, our party has been, what you may call haunted. Has been haunted. People have been having messages left on them. Our party has been completely taken over by... we were left not to our own will. I need to know who or what it is that is behind this.
While I do not know who it is, I can tell you what. This world resides around with many others that exist in forms of parallel existence. There are places or people where there are intersections. You and your friends are such an intersection, and at times and place, and those who know how, can attempt to cross over or inhabit their equivalent in that parallel existence. I cannot tell you what lies there or who has been possessing you, but I can tell you that they occupy your place in that world and know the means at which to attempt to cross over.
I shall speak with Venris about this.
Very well, young seeker of Garako, go forth.
I thank you.
And the way opens back up, and you exit back out into the clearing as Hasser comes out with a kind of thoughtful, if not slightly confused look on his face.
So what did the tree tell you?
Well, the tree said, basically, if I'm getting this right, it is, what is haunting us is us from a parallel dimension, sort of. And I do not know what Venris did, but I have a feeling it has to do with his parallel self.
Wait, what?
Fuck, Venris.
What? Wait,
Wait. What do you
Did I
mean?
get that about? Did I get that about right?
I mean, if that's how you understood it, then yeah.
Oh, dick.
More or less,
also
that's
look in the
actually
moderator.
that's
Oh my
more,
God.
more or less what he told you is that basically you and your friends are a point of intersection between this and a parallel existence, and that those that occupy your place in that parallel existence seem to able to know how to cross over into this one through you.
So the good news is, it's no one bad that has been haunting us.
So is this my fault or no?
No, but if there was someone who learned how to do this, I would assume that it was you. Or your parallel self.
Fair.
Twice the Hiram, twice the gold.
All right, Gargan, you want to
split the same amount of gold?
Assuming that we all do not have goatees in that dimension, we should be alright.
Ooh. I have my own worst enemies, so that wouldn't scare me. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, at the very least, we do know that our parallel selves are at least more experienced because, Kargan, you wrote a teleportation scroll, which you currently have no way of knowing how to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be more powerful. I mean, clearly they're crossing interdimensional lines. This could be us on crack.
Hiram,
here.
how much knowledge ranks and knowledge planes do you have?
No.
None, but I have logic of excitement.
All right, that's cool.
I could make a roll
Nah,
if
it's okay.
everybody buys what I'm saying, I guess.
It's okay. I'm just fucking with you. It's all right.
Vendors, do you want to go or shall I?
You know what? You go.
You sure? If you're still trying to figure out the question, because that's cool. I'll go.
Do you? All right, I'll go if you don't know yours.
No, I know my question. I know it since the moment I walked in here.
All right.
All right,
I
I'll go
run through the door before he even says anything.
Okay.
All right, you go running into the tree. So, you run in. You run into the tree, and as you do, you are bursting through the door. You enter into your home where you grew up, your family estate, and there's the dining table, the extravagant tapestries on the wall, the finely made chairs, the armoires, the statues, and sitting at the table is your mother and father. And there's a third spot set with food for you.
What do my parents look like?
They look like exactly like the last time you saw them.
All right.
Your father looks up and says in a voice, though, that is not his, and goes, Venrus, please, you may now sit and ask whatever question you will of me.
I sit down and pour myself a cup of wine. What exactly is the catalyst that you guys were talking about when I was a child?
The catalyst is an ancient item that holds within it the remnants of myself and my brethren, but when we were but one being, when we were the Divine Nine before we became our own separate selves. We occupied more or less one body. The catalyst is that last bit of remaining divine spark.
Can I ask another question?
You have your question, you have your answer.
I stare down my father a little bit, then I walk away.
All right, so you go exiting out of your, back out from the tree, and Venrus walks out of the tree looking confused, unsatisfied, and perhaps a little scared.
That did not answer my question at all. I have like 5 other questions now.
So you had a good.
What was your question?
I do not suppose you'd want to tell us.
When the time comes, and when we meet my parents, I'll tell you everything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all right.
Fucking father.
You received the answer that just because it made you have more questions.
Yep. Yep. After you, Kargan.
Alright.
So Chiro goes, I've got a question, and just bolts and runs into the tree.
Figures.
Few minutes pass, and Chiro comes walking out of the tree laughing. Like, uncontrollably laughing, like bowling over with laughter.
Did you ask it what the funniest joke was?
I just need to make sure. He like gestures at Kargan to go in.
Yeah. Hey, all right. I guess I'll go ask the real questions. I'm gonna walk in the tree.
So, all right, as Kargan walks into the tree, and the tree seals up behind him. Kargan, you walk into the tree, and when you actually do, it's like walking back into the ship that your family sailed upon before your exile, and there, sitting at the desk that he often plotted courses and everything is your father, looking over a map, and he looks up at you with, tired, weary eyes, but speaks in a voice definitely not his, and he's like, Kargan, please sit. You have a question. I will give you an answer.
Alrighty. Then I will sit down. And I look at the I guess the image of my father, and I'll ask, like, all right, I have a lot of questions, but I think the one that's been the most pressing to me is, what is the history of my family's bloodline?
Very well. Your family is descendant from one that was called Deskar. Deskar was the first priest of the supposed God King that was worshipped in place of me and my brethren, Divine Nine. It was his preachings and worships that led the people away from us, that led to the Great Reckoning.
Oh.
And
Well, that
thus,
doesn't sound as awesome as I thought it was, but okay.
and thus he was also the first to bear in repentance, begging us for forgiveness and agreeing to lead those that would stay and beg in the Great Waste.
Hmm. Well then. That's quite a lofty burden if I don't say so myself.
The image of your father just looks at you silently.
I
And thus your family has bared a mark, a curse from the gods ever since to always know hardship.
sounds about right.
Until full proper repentance is paid. You have your answer.
Yep, I do. Thank you very much.
And he looks back to his map as you exit from the tree.
Great.
So, for lack of better words, Kargan comes walking out of the tree, looking as if someone emotionally kicked him in the testicles.
How you doing, Kargan?
I'm good.
You all right there?
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
You got something you want to share with the class?
Nope. You first?
No one asked me what my question was. I'm more than happy to tell you.
No one needed to ask.
Yeah.
Let's just say that if we do this whole rebellion thing right, we won't need or want for anything.
See, no, we didn't need to ask.
It's true.
I'll say we just need to make sure we get the lead out when we go and take the fortress.
Don't you mean we need to get the lead out?
So at this point, the tree is for all of you have answered the question and given you the most absolute answer in all of my knowledge. You may never be able to find this grove again in your lifetime. Be safe, wary travelers, and look always for the truth and know always of where your place is in this world. Sebastian will show you the way out. And the little fairy flies back up and lands on Hasser's shoulder.
Okay, he really likes you.
I tolerate it.
Is Sebastian like the Ryan of the Woodland Realm?
He's just a fairy that lives here and was your guide. He's a collector of questions.
Okay.
So, all right. And he points ahead. This way!
Thank you very much, Sebastian. All right, as long as we've got everything collected, I guess we should head out and continue to track down the Hawks and continue on with that, eh?
Yeah,
I
nothing.
forgot. What are we trying to track down, the Hawks or Tig? Or both?
Hawks. Hawks first to help them out to train the soldiers for the rebellion, and then
All right.
Tig will be
Yeah.
a whole other thing.
I kind of feel like at this point we've sort of, at the very least, we've put the rebels in enough danger by escalating their effort that even though, even if we don't follow this thing all the way through for whatever unforeseen parallel universe comes in to strike us, we should at the very least, do what we said we would do and go and help find the Hawks.
All right.
I agree.
Lead the way, Sebastian.
So you guys walk out of the clearing at Sebastian's Heath, and you enter back into the dense fog. And after about half an hour of traveling through this dense fog with him kind of saying, all right, now go left here. All right, now right here. Okay, now forward. Yep, and giving obnoxiously over directions as a backseat driver seated upon Hasser's shoulder. Hasser doesn't seem very pleased. You guys go forward, and then before you know, the fog dissipates, and you just find yourselves in trees, and he's like, and flies off, and he goes, okay, if you just keep going east out of here, you'll exit out of the woods by the shore.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sebastian.
Safe travels! And he flies back off towards the fog. So, you guys are in the eastern part of the Carewood now. He told you if you
Cool.
continue to travel east, you'll find your way exit towards the shore where the Hawks were last seen or known.
So this is by the is this by the cave where we fought the pirates and ran into the Hawks the last time?
That was on the eastern shore, yes. That would be it would be within the general vicinity.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, the way. Do we have any clues on the Hawks that I missed while I was out ranging?
We knew they were in this. The last time they were seen were in this area because that was us interacting with them directly.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we know like any like signals that we can like tell them that we're here? Come meet us.
I mean, we used to have a hawk in our ranks that could probably help us with that, but now that she's not there, we're just going to have to wing it.
I mean, I'm just thinking
hawk.
practically here. So if you're a band of people and you're looking to, well, you had to flee the city of Tirnog. The only place you could go is to the north, which is right in line where we are now. To the west is Kerto, and that's still kind of under the thumb of Tirnog. And then you've got the mountains before you hit Victoria Point. So I think if we make our way out east and see if we can't, potentially find any population out there or maybe some roaming traders who might have seen something.
It's very possible they could have just taken up residence in that cave where the pirates were, considering we murdered all of them.
I was thinking more along the lines of north towards Tim's Hold, but I guess we could head out that way and sort of trace our steps north. It's been like, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks since that?
It's been quite a
Incident.
while. It's been
Yeah,
a
it's been a
few
time.
weeks at this
Mhm.
point, yeah.
Yeah. One thing we do just want to keep in mind is the closer we are to the coast, the closer we are to a certain pirate friend of ours. So,
Yeah,
I say
I
keep near to the coast.
yeah.
2 men down.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're worried about. We just gotta talk to him. I'm pretty sure a lot of his anger could be, corrected, and maybe even he can help us fight for the freedom of Ternog.
And at
All
this
right.
point, you guys do notice that after you came out of the fog, Chira is not with you.
Hmm.
Well, it's convenient. Again.
Did you get lost in there?
You know him. He probably saw something that was shiny and he went after it. He'll find us somehow.
He's actually
I
a pretty
love
decent
how
tracker.
disconcerted we are about all this.
It's my brother. I mean, do you expect any less from him? I mean, like seriously, it'll be fine. He'll find us. He has a knack of coming in when he's needed most.
All right. Well, let's head northeast, head towards the coast, and I guess maybe our best bet is to not really try to make too much of a secret of our presence. I mean, if we're not worried about Tig, and if we want to be found by the Hawks, certainly is a good opportunity for us. We also should, if we do run into any locals, probably make it known that we are an adventuring party from Tirnog in hopes that we can get them chasing after us as scabs, which they referred to us last time. Their interest may be piqued to find out that there are mercenary guild people working in the area, even though that's less than true now.
I was just gonna ask you to track him, but that works too.
All right, so you begin heading northeast through the woods. I'm gonna need you to make a survival check for navigating your way through. The compass does help. You could just make your roll and stop looking so
25.
smug. No. Oh. Is that a nat 1?
The ranger got a nat 1.
Luckily, the war priest, apparently.
I can't survive for shit.
I crit failed in my favored terrain. The first time there's a potential of us being anything inside of a forest, that wasn't enchanted and scary. And I crit failed. Oh, that's fine. That's cool.
So you
Welcome
go
back,
over
Hiram.
and you're like, judging by the way that the moss is growing on this tree, we would want to go. And then Hasser kind of walks up and points at your compass with the arrow pointing toward north. He goes, I believe we would like to go this way. That is to the northeast.
That's what a 25 gets you, looking at a compass.
Well, 25 corrects the nat one fit. No, you pat him like kind of patronizingly on the shoulder and start leading the proper direction.
All right, let's do it.
That'll work.
As you guys begin proceeding through the woods, I'm going to need perception checks from everyone.
Awesome.
Alrighty then.
16, 24.
24.
27.
70s.
20.
Wow, look at all of you perceptive motherfuckers. So as you guys begin moving forward, through there, and you're traveling for probably about a good 2-3 hours, you've been traveling through these woods. You actually begin to start noticing signs of movement that's been through, and you come across what looks like a former campground. There is a fire that's been put out, spots where you can see in the ground where bedrolls or tents would have been placed, holes dug, sort of thing. It looks like it probably could have easily fit a good 20 or 30 people.
I want to check the surrounding camp area for just trying to get a sense of maybe how many people were camped out there.
Okay. Then,
And potentially, if they've left, where they could possibly be, the direction that they headed in generally.
I would need a survival check for that sort of tracking and gauging of information.
Off the table and onto my hand. Roll. So we're going to just go ahead and reload the glass, as that is another nat 1.
Jesus. Pog champ.
Hog champ indeed. So you begin looking around the camp for signs to find some information. So immediately as rest of you see Hiram go and search over the camp looking for information.
Did he just become distracted and just start looking for valuables instead, or what happened here?
He's currently in the process of checking. Are you guys just waiting on him, or are you doing anything yourselves?
Can I go over to the fire, see how long ago it was put out?
Yeah.
Like if,
Go ahead and make a survival check.
all right. 18.
You would gauge that this fire has probably been out for 2 days now.
Okay. So they're probably not still here.
Well, I was worth it. I don't know.
Hiram, I need you
catching things?
to make a reflex save.
A reflex save. That I can
Uh-huh.
do. And I'm going to use the machine, because the machine isn't my stupid dice that hate me tonight.
Man, if he gets in
he
that
said-
one, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I know. He's like he says before he rolls.
As soon
Well,
as I
it's-
can find.
Well, he's looking for. I'm just gonna kind of nudge over to Hesse. I was like, "Have you been noticing people?"
crit,
Oh, all right.
Wow.
So as you're
I
stumbling
flip
around,
into the air.
you're like looking for signs. You're like, I just can't see where. You can't find signs that anyone was here. But you think you found like, oh look, this must be the trail leading out. And you step, and suddenly you feel something under your foot. And with reflexes trained, you roll out of the way very quickly as a snare net pulls upwards into the tree, nearly grasping you within it.
The area's booby trapped.
We're talking like Ewoks on Endor type of thing here.
So we can
Well-
assume that this camp probably belonged to the Hawks.
And if they were willing to booby trap it, that means they're also going to be coming back to the area.
Well, there's nothing that says that this is the Hawks just because it's booby trapped. It could very easily be any kind of hunter or trapper in the area. But what I think we need to do is not be in this immediate vicinity because I'm sure this isn't the only one.
I kind of want to look into the trees and see if there's anybody in the area watching us specifically, because I feel like booby traps on the ground. Pretty sure somebody's got some eyes on us somewhere.
Perception check.
It's going to be an 18.
So you stop and look around because you've got that feeling that maybe, just maybe, you're being watched right now. But this is thick woods and trees with very thick branches up there. It's like the point that it's hard to see the sunlight through the top of the canopy. And all you see around you is branches and trees. If there's some...
All right, guys. I have an idea.
Yeah?
Oh,
Fenris,
boy.
you're not going to like it.
Go on.
Let's find another trap. Venris, you're going to trip it while the three of us lie in wait.
Better idea. I use my skeletons to find the traps.
But I feel like, yeah, all right, no, I'm cool with that.
Bank, do you object to this as a party member?
Can we use bank?
No.
Let's not use bank.
I am but here to be your servant, sir.
I breathe life into one of the skeletal heads, and I summon two. How about?
So, Fenris pulls up one of the skulls and looks into it and lightly and passionately puts his mouth up towards it and breathes life sensually into it, bringing the skeletal servant to life. Sorry, when you said you're like, I breathe life into it, I just pictured you holding the skull like...
Sarah, I'm getting a little creeped out right now.
And yeah, one of your skeletal servants comes to unlife, wielding its trident, awaiting your orders.
All right. So, how about this? My skeletons are going to be roughly 5 feet ahead of you, and you just try to find where these guys have gone.
All right, I'll search for more traps.
Okay.
All right, so you're just searching further around the camp. Make a perception check.
That is a 4 plus 9 plus 2, so 15.
Begin looking around at the places, and you start looking around here, and you can't figure where else they would put a trap, and you're not able to find anything that you believe. Like looking around, you think that maybe this may have either been one, or others have possibly just already been sprung in the past, or packed up and carried with them.
Okay. Well, that didn't work. So, what can we tell by just sort of the condition of the camp? Was this recently used? Are there hot embers in the fire?
Hasser had been able to determine that the fire was 2 days old.
2 days old. Okay. So, it would strike me odd if this was the Hawks. I'm sure that it could be related to the Hawks or a group that could get us closer to the Hawks. But when we encountered the Hawks, it was only a small handful of people. It could have just been a detachment that we met, but it doesn't seem like they're certainly not here anymore. So perhaps we should move out.
We should probably explore the area a little bit more, see if we can't find any more little clues. Maybe they might still be here, and they've left some sort of evidence of that. It might not just be in the campsite itself, you know.
Mm.
All right, gang, let's split up.
Let's not split. Let's not do that.
We'll take a wide berth around the camp and search for any clues.
Okay. I'm going to need perception checks from everyone.
And yeah, I'll have one of the skeletons follow here and one for myself.
27.
21.
15. Ooh.
I am going to use the machine because the machine has been good to me. And the machine is great to me. 2 crits in a row?
Why?
So
Well, that's
apparently, Hiram doesn't like dice, but likes dice rollers because they roll. He has 2
Ignore
natural ones on a physical
Okay.
dice, and then 2 natural 20s on the automatic dice roller.
And it's not just a broken automatic dice roller because I just got a low roll just to test it.
Oh,
No.
anyways, so you guys begin searching about there, and actually, what you do discover is a little bit off from the campsite. There is one kind of slightly like not larger tree, but its roots are more out from the ground, where you find that they have tucked away under the roots are rolled up tents, cooking supplies, bedrolls. So it looks like when they broke this camp, they put everything into this cache here. And there is roughly about, it's a fairly large tree, but you find that there are more than one of these caches. Because after you find that first one, you begin looking that way. And you find several of them. There's roughly 10 tents, 15 bedrolls, enough cooking gear and some dried food and rations and extra arrows, that this is obviously for a fairly large party, easily within the range of 20 to 30 men. And that judging from that, you would assume that they would probably be coming back for these, whoever this is.
So, listen, the Hawks are trained, mercenaries. We know they're a bit rangery.
Yeah.
I think if they see us buy their stuff, they're not going to approach in one piece. They're not gonna just come right up to us and be willing to talk. What I think we should do is leave them a note along with one of our pins to identify ourselves and go make camp somewhere where we can keep a watch, perhaps out towards the plains and the hills to the coastline, and let them come to us once they return for their supplies. It may take a day or two, but I think meeting on our terms and not theirs is probably going to be our best bet at coming at this the right way.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they already know we're here. Trap has been sprung, and I'm willing to bet if with all of these valuables in the area, somebody's been keeping watch of it. Yeah.
I respond in kind.
So what's
Really?
the game plan here, guys?
Is there any way that we can let the Hawks know that we are on their side, for lack of a better word?
Well, you could, as Hiram suggested, leave a message for them.
Can I just scream really loud?
You can. Nothing is stopping you from just screaming really loudly and hoping someone hears you.
Well, we don't have the spear. Lumale took the sword. Are there any other artifacts or anything of the Hawks that we have with us?
The circle.
Well,
The hat.
they know who we are. They know the mercenaries guild.
We have the
that when they
crown.
were hunting them.
You guys,
What if
we still have our pins.
You have-
Let's leave a pin.
you have the crown of Ternog and the circlet with the daughter of the founder of the Hawks, Ulmarie's spirit trapped within it.
Oh, that's
What if we put both of those out in the camp and
Nope.
wait there?
That's too much. That's too much out on the table.
But we don't need we don't need the crown. The crown means nothing to us.
Well,
doesn't mean we can still sell it.
We're not selling the crown.
So we're just gonna give it away?
We're trying to help them come back. If they take the crown, that is fine. They're the ones that should have it anyways.
Like, I'm okay with them taking it, but maybe we get a little bit of profit as well. Right, Hiram? Come on, fist bump. Come on.
listen, I give him the fist bump because I know he's looking out for that money. But listen, last time we ran into these guys, they were going to kill us and the only thing that stopped them from doing so is Lumalia. Now, maybe they know what we've done, and maybe they don't, but we have no connection to these people. They have no reason to keep us alive.
I say that we take the
Hero-
chance.
Hero, the only reason they wanted to kill us is because we were working as quote scabs unquote for Ternog, which now we're outlaws because we tried to murder the king.
Look, guys, I think we're thinking a little bit too much on this. How about I just write a note and then we talk to them? I'm sure everything's going to be just fine.
Write a note, say where we're going to be setting up camp. We'll set up a camp and then we'll wait.
Okay.
All right, that's
So,
fine.
so give me a rundown on what exactly you're saying in this note. I don't need like an exact word for word text, but like basically tell me what you're saying.
TLDR basically is, hey, we're going to be at this location wherever we decide.
Well, considering
Meet us.
you haven't been to a location yet, you're going to be basically giving them like a direction and time frame because you've not been to wherever you're going unless you're going back to the Pirates Cave.
Yes, I was just about to suggest. Could we go
Alright.
back to the Pirates Cave?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds
no,
good.
that's-
To hold out.
I'm
someone.
assuming if we got to the coast, we could actually make our way back there.
Yeah, you guys get if you found the
What are
coast,
you, a
you
ranger?
could
Okay,
navigate
great.
your way back there.
But as I'm writing this, I want to do it in rhyme. Just to sound a little snarky.
Okay.
Okay, well, in that case, I am going to
Rhyme
need
check.
a perform poetry from you.
Alright. Any modifiers for that or no?
It's a charisma-based skill.
Okay, so 12 plus 2, 16.
Okay.
17, sorry.
Oh, wow. So that's not bad. Okay. There once were some mercs from Ternog.
He didn't specify. He went a
God.
limerick. Yeah.
I don't want to know what a 10 or less would have been.
Oh, no. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I was trying to come up with a much slower rhyme there. Oh, wait.
Grog.
You basically leave the message with a bit of a rhyme to it, saying, you know,
Fuck it, I can't do it.
this
you
time-
did it.
last time we met, your threats were grave, but we promise this time we wish to speak and behave. Come and find us by the old pirate's cave.
I like that.
All right.
It just took me a second, okay? God, you impatient motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
We want our witty rhymes like right now on point.
Yeah. On demand.
I'll get better at it, I promise. I mean, that should have been Venrus coming up with it, not me. Anyways,
That's very
That's
true.
true. Shh.
So you leave them this, and that's like, you know, the Corvette, and you tell them exactly, you know, for this wears in your little rhyme, not a limerick as much as I kind of wanted it to be, and you know, are you just leaving it right in the middle there, attaching it to a tree? How are you leaving the note? Or are you putting it in with one of their caches?
Let's put it in with the food.
Okay.
And Chira's not here, so we don't have to worry about Chira taking the food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys leave the note and start making your way towards the pirate's cave. Yeah. And it takes you about a day and a half getting out of the woods, but you remember your way there and you return to the pirate's cave. The hill sitting there overlooking the shore where last you saw Tig running off into the woods. And, you know, the cave, you guys had moved the brush back and it was hidden, and you told them to meet you here when they find the note. How long are you willing to wait?
I mean, it did take us a day and a half to get here.
I know. But, you know, also how long is it going to take before they return to their campsite? They had already been gone for at least 2 days.
And it's probably going to take them just as long to get here, so we need to wait at least that long. I mean, I'd say I'd be willing to wait. Is there anything? Maybe we're at the cave now.
Yes, you are at
Is
the
there
cave.
Is there anything here? Like, Is it changed since we've been here?
There's some dead, rotting pirate bodies
Yeah.
inside the cave.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Um. No, I guess I'm willing to wait like 3 or 4 days for this. I mean, this is kind of like
Okay.
this is kind of what we're about right now. So
So you guys wait, and
During the 3 or 4 days, I want to cast. What's the spell? Grave words on all the dead bodies, just to see if I gain any useful information out of them.
they all died exactly as you remember, because you were here when they were killed. When
I
you
think how the
guys...
spell works is that they give me some useful information that might help me in the future.
Oh, well, let me look up grave words.
It's like a really low. Yeah, I have like a 10% chance of getting some information out though.
actually, we totally could get something useful out of them because if you can speak with them, they.
Oh, the corpse
That's
will
how
start
we knew.
babbling.
That's how we knew the.
The corpse will start babbling for 6 seconds. 10%
Yeah.
chance.
Yep.
That's how we learned that the pirates were working with the Hawks. The captain said, "That's the last time I trust the Hawks."
Yeah, this is yeah.
So I don't know
So
how many rolls I need to make for this 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, we might be able to get some follow-up information, like where they met them.
Nope.
No, everything is just them screaming about a giant wielding a flaming ball on a chain.
Yeah.
I want to position while we're in the cave. I assume.
So, are you guys staying in the cave the whole time? Are you keeping someone on top of the hill, like watching out?
Between
I
us
want-
and your wolf, I think we should have someone up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to have Brahm out at a vantage point
Okay.
where
We
he
can
can
take-
signal to us.
Yeah, we can take
So
turns
that
like
the wolf can
watching.
sleep.
So,
Well, yeah, I'll swap out with him. Well, actually, I don't have night vision.
on the
I don't know if anyone does.
at the end of the 4th day, at about evening, I'm gonna say that Kargan is up on top of the hill at this moment, probably scribing some scrolls because I know him. And when you look out and notice there is a single man standing at the edge of the tree line, holding up a long stick with a white flag on it, like the symbol of parlay.
Make sure
Okay.
he doesn't have a barrel.
Make sure he doesn't what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Hashtag League of Legends jokes.
I guess I'm going to look at him and how far away is he?
The edge of the forest is like, from where you are, is like a quarter of a mile. Like, you have a good vision from where you are. The very edge of the forest is like half a mile. You can just kind of see there, but you see the flag. It catches your attention.
Okay. Would I be able to wave at him from this distance?
I'm certain you could, especially if you like implement your light spell onto something or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll throw my light spell and my hammer and I'll try and wave and beckon
Okay.
in the most diplomatic way I know.
The guy begins walking from the tree line towards your area.
I'm gonna kind of I'm going to shout like, "Hey, there's somebody coming." Let everybody know in the cave.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna come out. Yeah, I'm out there.
Okay.
As before he gets there, I will cast heroism on myself just so I can like make these terrible diplomacy checks just a little bit better.
Yeah, I'll go out with him too.
Yeah.
I guess I'll follow.
So the four of you and the wolf come out there, and yeah, this one guy approaches. He as he gets closer, you can see that this is a young man, looking like probably about the age of 14, dressed in like, you know, traveling clothes like you would expect from someone that's like on a hunting party or whatever, and you know, he looks fairly clean and healthy and everything, but not quite like fighting or adventuring man's age. And he waves a flag and comes up and stops like a good, I would say 50 feet from you guys, like 60 feet from you guys. We got your note. Not sure we necessarily quite understand what it is that you mean, but they sent me here to find out.
Are you with the Hawks?
Well, let's go right out with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm an apprentice with the mercenary guild. He holds up a familiar-looking badge.
You're like the opposite of what we were hoping for.
We're out here hunting the Hawks.
Oh, you found
Good.
anything?
Oh!
Well, I'm not quite certain I know who you are to be disclosing that now, too. He crosses his arms
Well,
in
hey,
an
come
indignant fashion.
over here. We're not meaning you any harm.
Have you not,
We got some food. We can sit down and talk.
have you not heard of the party of the TFAC?
But
that is Save the Lighthouse.
He looks at you all quite oddly. And he goes, I just can't see what you wanted. We've got, we're here on official business as mercenaries for the city of Ternog to hunt some renegades. We don't know what you guys are looking for or wanting, but, stay out of our way. There's a good number of us. All right?
Well, hey, no, hey, man, listen. We're out looking for the Hawks, too. We thought you were the Hawks. We were trying to lure them out here. We got a nice vantage point back here. Have you guys found anything?
Curious, how close am I to him?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Oh, 60 feet, dang.
Look, if you got a message for me to take back to our leader, I can do it, and we can see about you meeting with him to exchange some information. But I'm just a messenger.
Who's your leader?
Leader? It's Marcus. Marcus Broadaxe.
I want to recall if Marcus was one of the people who fought Chira. Was that the name of the big guy?
No.
And he wasn't any of the douchebag rangers who would have lost to me in the archery competition.
No. He was leader of the Raging Red Rivers group.
That's a dumb name.
Better than the TForce adventuring party.
You shut your whore mouth.
Oh
I am
my god.
surprised that you have not heard of us, though. At any rate, Hiram, what do you suggest?
I think we don't go down this road with them. That maybe we search another road.
So, it's at this moment that an arrow appears in the boy's throat.
Yes.
All right. Well then, that poor kid.
Is he dead?
He's currently bleeding and dying.
I'll
We
stabilize
should
him.
probably save him.
I will stabilize him, and then, if necessary, heal him.
I want to search the forest, the edge of the forest, to
See
see
where
if I
that arrow
can
came
see.
from.
Yeah.
Perception checks. It is kind of dusk, so it's a little hard to see.
Yeah, sure.
But low light vision.
I have low light as well.
That is a 18 plus 9. Since it's into the woods,
Hass, you're not able
Do
to
I
save
get-
him.
do I get favored terrain?
Well, can I, cure moderate wounds?
You had one chance.
Damn.
Mom's
21.
Mom's spaghetti, man.
Okay.
I rolled a 30.
27.
Okay, so me looking out into the woods, you, it's all hard to see because now there are about 12 people emerging from the woods. Some of them looking familiar as a familiar-looking man, an ass hat, if you will, perhaps even a douche canoe, as Uric and the Hawks come emerging from the woods.
Yeah. Mission successful.
Yorick, just the man we were looking for.
He kind of stops from distance and pulls up a bow. You guys, if I warned you, I saw you out here again.
Yeah, but your hunting mercenaries were not that, so hey.
I heard.
I want to
Heard?
check the
How
dead
much have
boy
you
for
heard?
valuables.
He puts the bow down, and it's like, never would have put it in the runt to try and stab Arimos herself.
Well, she's quite unpredictable, as so you've learned.
And that wasn't a try, that was a succeed.
Kind of.
Yep.
She did draw blood.
She did her best. And that's what's important. I guess the question I have for you, since we've been looking for you this whole time, is how would you feel about, I don't know, starting a rebellion within Turnog?
He looks at you. I heard mention of some rebels, but we've been out just doing our own harm and hunting. Did not know that there was a centralized rebellion. Are you suggesting that you're in league with them?
We are.
And who is their leader?
I believe it would be a man by the name of Deacon.
Who?
Exactly.
Deacon and his brother Nathaniel. Nathaniel is the betrothed to Aramos's daughter. We helped rescue them from Tirnog.
The Demai family? Huh.
The demise.
There you go.
Huh. How do I know you're good to your word? He kind of like, he's still holding his bow. Not aiming at you, but he still has the arrow notched. Like, holding it down. Like, he could just pull up and fire at any moment.
Come to Kerto with us. See it for yourself.
I'm trying to remember. Is the Venrus has the crown, right?
I was just about to say, I'm going to pull out the crown and say,
Yeah.
we have the crown of Turnog with us. We are as loyal as it comes.
What?
And honestly, I don't like job undone.
I mean, alright, I'm a little torn here. Alright, guys. For one thing, using the crown is a diplomacy check. But Venrus stating his loyalty to Turnog is totally a bluff check.
Right? Like,
I'll leave it up to you.
bad at
So,
being
are you
loyal.
going to have me roll diplomacy and him bluff?
I think Kargan should roll the diplomacy and Venrus should roll the bluff.
I'm
Very
down with that.
Is it though? Is it a bluff? Hey, roll it.
Yeah, it
roll
is a
that
bluff.
beautiful
Venrus
bean
didn't,
footage.
Venrus didn't even argue with me when I called him out on the whole loyalty to Turnog thing. Venrus is loyal to Venrus, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. We all know this.
And yes, got the Twitch chat like the term douche canoe, apparently.
Choo-choo, douche canoe.
I
Head down
got
the river.
25.
27 on the diplomacy.
We do still have the issue, though, of this large party hunting us. They are between us and Kerto.
Oh, I meant to ask the boy that you just arrowed in the throat. Do you know what their numbers are?
They've been chasing us. We've been harrying them from a distance. I think they're probably under 20 men strong by now, but I can't.
Oh,
say
let's
for
do
certain.
it.
Yeah, if we helped you defeat this group, would you trust us?
If you help us defeat this group, then yes. If we take down Marcus, that'll do a lot to show that you're really committed to this.
Yeah, why
Okay.
not?
I
let's go blood and
searched
people.
the body for valuables.
You find an arrow.
I take is the arrow damaged. I would make use of an arrow.
The boy's throat was very soft and didn't offer much resistance.
The blood
I
was full of
take-
youth and determination, though.
Venrus drinks it.
Oh my god.
I didn't take that.
Seriously though, was there anything in the body?
Make a perception check.
I would love to.
I know. That's your...
Just fucking no more dice tonight. Dice are going back in the case. That is a 3 plus a 9. Are we in the woods?
No, only by the coast.
You're not...
Well, he came out of the woods.
Yeah, you're not in the woods. You're on the coast.
All right, so 12.
Searching about you do find actually, obviously, upon him, he's got a belt with a dagger on it, and he's wearing a traveling cloak, and find traveling clothes.
I will take my 5th dagger.
Just building up a stockpile.
As you grab the dagger, it is warm to the touch.
Warm?
Warm.
Was he hiding it in his like armpit or something?
No, it just feels warm. Not hot, warm.
What's with this dagger? And I hold it up to those who are more
magic, and I see if it's magical.
It is a magical dagger.
Really?
Ooh, I chuck one of my shitty daggers.
Wait, can I? Do you want me to identify what it is first before you go and like just assume it does stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a spellcraft check.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering.
Make a loud grunting noise.
Is that how I do
God, the callbacks, the callbacks to the very first game.
What does 19 tell me about this magical item?
Well, the best way I can describe it is this item in itself is not truly actually a dagger. It is almost literally the magical equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. As in, it can take the shape of a dagger, a corkscrew, all these general things. And
is this a traveler's any tool?
It's pretty much a traveler's any tool, and is
Mackinac mask.
And if stuck into like kindling, will automatically start a fire without trying. Not. It's capable of starting a campfire. It has no magical offensive capabilities. It is apparently aimed at being a camping and traveling tool.
Is Kargan telling me all of that?
I don't know.
Give me a second. I'm still trying to identify. All right. So, as best I can tell, this seems like to be some sort of like multi-use dagger. Like it's not gonna help you stab people better, but it's pretty useful in terms of other stuff like starting fires and stuff. So
neat, and I put it in my pack.
So how do you suggest you want to go after them? We've been dealing with them chasing us, Yurik says. So what's your plan?
If their numbers are what you say, I suggest just going a full frontal assault.
We'll hit them from the side, because if they're chasing you, then they're not going to be paying attention to their sides, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Are all of Yurik's people with him?
Yurik seems to have it looks like about 12, 13 people with him.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Okay. No, hold on. I size up the kid, the dead kid, and I size up Yurik's people, and I'm looking for, profile-wise, as close to a match as we can get.
This was like a 13, 14-year-old kid, not fully grown. Yurik and his party is a group of experienced and grizzled-looking men and women.
Okay, what's Venrus like by comparison?
Venrus
and what am I like?
Venrus is you guys are both too tall.
Damn it. I was hoping we'd be able to disguise, put someone in the kid's clothes with the thing and then spring a trap.
Yeah.
Like a certain calamari admiral. But
Your taste buds.
Yeah, I'm all for
no non-calamari here.
We know. Listen, Yurik, we know where they keep their supplies. That's how we were able to draw them out of the woods. We thought they were actually you guys, so we can at the very least take you guys back to their camp.
You found their camp.
We found what looked to be an abandoned camp that was booby-trapped, but upon further investigation, we ended up finding vast amounts of supplies, beds, cooking equipment, food.
So yes.
Yeah, hidden within the stumps.
Then either we'll find them there or we can ambush them there. Excellent. Lead on.
Right.
They'll be expecting this young one to be coming back soon. We could possibly catch them off guard.
Let's go.
Sounds good.
All right.
I think we weekended Bernie's this. We just kind of put the dead body around Ooh, better idea.
If only we had a way to animate
Venrus.
corpses.
Venrus, animate the shit out of this corpse.
Yeah, we've had this conversation. I can't animate anything until I find some like circular orb shit.
Okay, let's animate the bones. Put the kid's clothes on the bones, and then have him like at night hang around the camp. Then when they're like, "Hey, where did that guy
we're
go?"
overcomplicating a bunch of
Right.
20 some odd mercenaries who apparently have kids.
Right. This is going to be
I will
easy.
decompose the corpse though to make it nothing but skeletons,
Wow. Pretty
All right.
brutal. But
Okay.
just to hide the evidence of.
Sweet.
You
No, I'm all for this. I want to be clever in my fighting ways, but cool. I'm cool.
Fenris, before you decompose that, can I just do detect magic? See if Hiram overlooked anything on that kid's corpse
Go for it.
in terms of magical items? And
I don't
other
think
such-
my spell gets rid of items, but go ahead.
Hey, you know, I don't know. I don't know how necromancy works. Sorry. Is there anything of use on that poor boy's corpse other than what Hiram took?
You use detect magic, and there is actually a faint magical aura around him. Of the divination manner, spellcraft, you can attempt to identify it.
Yep.
All right, I'll do it as well.
That's 15. Does 15 do it?
22.
No, you should have grunted. Anyways, Venus, you've become very familiar with this, and you go a little pale in the face. This kid was actively being scried the whole time.
Fucking
Yeah.
Not as much.
I knew I should have always been detecting magic.
Hey, look.
God.
And here is where we're going to go ahead and take a little break, and we're going to clip the episode before episode 12, the magical giving tree. So, those of you out in podcast land, this is going to be the end of this part of the episode. We'll have the next part coming soon. Check us out on social media at tforcerpg.com and trinityforcenetwork.com. You can catch us. We stream live on twitch.tv/tforcepodcast if you want to watch us there. We'll be back with that soon for more of our Pathfinder and tabletop RPG antics. And for those of you catching us live, give us a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and clip this audio, and we'll resume shortly.
This is episode 12.
Yes, it is, sir.
Jesus
Episode
Christ.
motherfucking 12. So I have stopped the recording, and I am exporting the audio.
I'll be right back.
And then I'm going to refill my drink and blather for a few moments while this exports. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
That fucking scrying spell is gonna be the death of us one of these days. Holy shit.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Be right back.
Sad 15 wasn't it? I don't know what's going on.
12, part 1. Charisma.
So does anyone know for scrying, does that go away once someone's dead?
It tends to last, depending on the caster level, for a few days in the area.
Okay. So I'm trying to think then, what's our best plan of action? Well, I still say full frontal assault.
Well, they know what's happening. They know we're coming.
Right. So either they'll want to fight us or they'll run.
And if they run away, then we can just head back to Karato. I don't see any reason to follow them.
Yeah. No real good reason, no.
Ah. Like, the only information they're going to have is that the Hawks are now with the rebellion. That's
Which,
it.
I mean, they could have already assumed.
Yeah.
But they know that we're definitely with them now if they didn't. Which, I don't know. No real reason to go after them. But if it's only the 15 of them, we can totally take them.
Yeah, if
It's
it's
probably
like,
going to be a bunch of grunts and the one strong guy.
there's 15 of them, and then there's like 12 of the Hawks, right? Yeah. Plus with us, plus with my 3 skeletons, it's more than plenty.
Yeah, no, I mean, we may need, like, depending on what I can do for Intimidate, we may not even need to fight half of them.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be good.
I return with H2O.
Oh my.
If I see another scrying spell out of you, Lashak, I'm going to leave.
Well, of course they were going to do that.
Didn't know the Hawks knew that sort of magic.
The mercenaries.
Hawks, the mercenaries.
The mercenaries.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah. Who knows? It could have been Ryan.
Probably. At this point, I'm so mad I have yet to use my animate corpse spell yet. I just want to go to town, find some little black orbs, and start going down an old corpse.
You're just gonna need some money.
Which Hero owes me 10 gold.
An onyx gem worth at least 25 gold per hit die of the undead. Look, like you're broke anyways.
Yes, I am back.
Alright, are we ready to rock and or roll?
Rocking and rolling check.
Oh, right.
I'm going to try the other dice for this session.
I should bust out my actual speckled dice.
Get that speckled.
Speckled.
I'm excited.
Speckled?
Okay, you guys ready to record?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. La Shock.
Recording here!
Venris.
Hello, and recording.
Kargan.
Recording live here at Kargan Studios in wherever.
Lovely. Anywhere USA. Hey, sir.
What do you want?
You'll to the record. And we're good.
Alright.
Oh, my first roll on this dice was a crit, so
Why the fuck are you wasting it?
I got 2 already tonight. Catch up.
Dang!
So, there you are with this member of the Hawks, and are ready to head off and track down this campsite, which you know is about a day and a half away from where you currently are. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry everybody. That was
Intro?
horrible of me. Intro! We
There
are
you go.
back with part 2 of episode 12, T-Force RPG. It's a long story. My name is Lashak. I'm the GM of this game. And the head and founder of T-Force RPG. I have with me my colorful cast of players who are fellow podcasters and shoutcasters on the T-Force network.
Hey.
And we're going through our little Pathfinder game and story here. Where we left off last week, or last part. Wow, I'm doing really bad this intro today. Where we last left off, the group had tracked down trying to find the Hawks, and they instead found the campsite of some other mercenaries, leaving a note for the mercenaries to come find them by the old pirate cave where they had previously killed and let a bunch of pirates and let loose Tig. They sent a note to him to meet there, and a young boy came to parley and spoke with them about being one of the mercenaries. During this negotiation, the Hawks showed up, killed the messenger, and has now allied with the group to go and invade this campsite.
So I'm just checking in with you, Lashak. Do we know if the scrying spell stops once they die? Or does that keep going for a certain amount of time?
That would require a spellcraft check.
Okay, who's good at spellcraft and knows that stuff?
Venrus, you know all about the scrying arts, and you're the one who figured this out.
Sure, let me pull out my book just so I know a little bit more information on this. Thank God I have the book.
Why do
That's
you
a
need
19.
19. You would know that it is possible to scry on a corpse. So the scrying spell would not end simply because of that moment.
Okay. I say to the Hawks, let us speak in a more private location.
Very well. Where do you have in mind?
I motion back towards the cave.
He nods and gestures to his men.
All right, we all head into the cave of mystery and wonder and magical dead pirates.
Decompose corpse, and then I just throw the scattered bones randomly.
Terrible human being.
Awesome.
But a great necromancer.
That poor 14-year-old that they sent out to die.
It's just a dead
Sometimes.
body. Alright, whatever. Heading to the cave.
All right, you guys go and head into the cave with the smell of dead bodies, but you guys had cleaned it up a bit in the time that you were there. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I had 4 days, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, the way I see it, there are 2 paths that we can take. One, we continue and charge them head on with our own plan, or we wait for them to come to us.
As far as we know, they're looking for you specifically, and I don't think they're going to be going home empty-handed at this point in time, especially now that one of their own has been slain. But
Yeah,
they do know
and
everything about what was going on in the conversation, as far as I'm aware, right, Venrus?
Yeah, that's how scrying works, correct.
Okay.
Well, they're going to know that we're there, or that you guys are with us, and that we are coming for them. So seeking them at their camp, especially since now they know that we know that they're at their camp, may be a great way to walk into a trap.
Right.
There's your trap.
Nope, no Mon Calamaris. We said that already.
Okay.
Well, then what do you suggest?
As I said, we can continue towards their camp, keeping a sharp eye out for anything that could be suspicious, or we could wait here and see if they come to us. Neither one is guaranteed that we will find them. One is definitely more risky than the other.
Well, did we make any noticing remarks that we realized the scrying corpse was happening? Or did we just motion for Yurik to leave? And then...
I did not hear anyone say anything about that other than we should go someplace private.
Well, let's maybe... So here's an idea. We could use us as bait. Go back to near where the bones were being scried. Check to see if they're still sending communication. and potentially, give them the false sense that we're going to be leading the attack, set a trap where you guys are lying in wait, they find us in the woods, and then start the engagement that way. Flip the tables to suit us.
It was
How about we talk about our plan in front of the dead body?
Yeah,
but
that's what
then
I'm saying.
I cast message, and we all just do, like, instead of attacking to the north, we attack to the south.
Can we just go find the 20 so odd nerds and just go kill them? I'm
Well,
pretty
as
sure
we-
we can
as
take
we-
them pretty easily.
that is yes. I think we will have a large probability of success. However, as we saw in their camp, they are not strangers to setting traps.
I think we definitely risk getting caught with our pants down if we just storm in to the woods, especially since it's going to take a day and a half for us to get there. That's plenty of time
Right.
for them to prepare.
They're hunting hawks. They want to get paid. They got to come to us.
Yeah, we could wait. Yurik, what do you think?
I think if they know their boy was killed, enough time passed, they will definitely come for them. But we don't know how or what forces they have to bring to bear.
Yeah, they got about, 20, 30 people at most?
True. I do not know if they would have more reinforcements if they left already. I mean, if we end up waiting here long enough, of course, they will have enough reinforcements where it is more in their favor. So that would be a deterrent to staying here.
I'm fine with whatever. I don't know anything about military tactics.
I would assume that the Hawks are fairly well versed in detecting traps, are you not?
We can definitely detect such ambushes, yes. But majority of our specialty has always lied in the tracking and slaying of monsters, not of always hunting other men.
I say that our best bet is going to them.
I'll agree. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
I want to cast Nature's Path to know the best way through the forest to get back to where we were, so we can go with maximum efficiency.
That's a lot of efficiency. Are you sure you're prepared to be that efficient?
I am sufficiently prepared.
Are we moving out at night, or are we sleeping the night?
I think time is of the essence. No one's
start heading out.
particularly under rested at this point. I think we go for. I think we head out as soon as we can.
We can get a
Right.
couple hours of sleep here and there on the travel,
It was
yeah.
about a day and a half
yeah.
Yeah.
travel there, unless
So.
you try and force march it.
Song of Marching? I heard Song of Marching.
We
No need of
was
force. We can take a nap. One nap before.
was nothing gained by Nature's Path.
Nature's Path. I mean, the fact that you casted it makes it less likely, but let me just sit here.
Damn.
Ooh!
Shots fired.
I mean, that will help you move faster for certain. Up to one creature per caster level, though, so you can only affect so many people.
I wouldn't be able just to kind of scout out ahead and lead the group.
They would not move any faster. Only you would
Oh,
move
lame.
faster. Or you you and a number of people equal to your caster level, which I do believe right now is 4. Is it 4? Yes.
It would be enough for our party.
Yeah, it would be
Well-
enough for you guys, but not the rest of the Hawks.
Right.
Or bank.
Or Bank.
I mean, who among you mentioning to my party can say that they are as capable in the ranging arts as any of the members of the Hawks? I say let me and a small contingency of Hawks kind of lead the charge up ahead of you guys to see if I can't, detect any problems along the way and make sure that the path is safe.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
3 Hawks, 1 Hiram.
Three Hawks, one Hiram. Oh, remind me never to Google that. So you begin proceeding back there, and you will move faster with this terrain there. Not moving over difficult terrain and everything, you can do this travel in just over half a day, whereas it's going to take the rest of them a day and a half.
Song of Marching?
I
Are
don't
you going with
want to
them?
get.
Because you would need to be with. I mean, even if the Song of Marching will allow you to keep going without stopping to rest as much.
Right.
But it's still difficult terrain. So let me see here. Let me see your
But-
Scald
And
Song of
they-
Marching.
They call it a
And
hustle,
the rest
but the
of
movie
the-
counts the walk, not a hustle, so I don't... So we're all doing the hustle in the forest? I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm assuming what that means.
So that means that you can move, like basically be like jogging, but it only count as walking. So you could, if you do that, you could make the trip roughly, for each hour expended, it will cost a round of your rage.
Round of my
That's-
rage song.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many rounds that you have.
If I'm not mistaken, quite a few. It's like 3 plus charisma modifier, 6 plus.
But you will
Eight.
also have to be making that song within 60 feet of the party the entire time.
Yeah, I'll roll with the Hawks.
That's a very loud party moving through the woods.
Right.
Well, I thought
you will not be moving silently while doing
I
that.
I thought the plan was that Hiram would take a small party of 3 or 4 hawks with himself to go on ahead. The rest of us would travel with the rest of the hawks,
Right.
and we would arrive. We would wait for Hiram to come back to us.
I
give us
think
that,
you guys should
report?
continue to travel ahead.
Well, we would still travel, but before we reach the camp, we would like a report from you.
Yeah,
After you
hold
have
on.
scouted out the area.
Don't we have those 2 things that allow us to talk at a distance? Was that something we got at some point?
The bird thing?
You have the Raven figurine, which can turn into and send off to deliver a message.
Okay, can I take that with me so that I can very quickly get you guys a message if need be? What's the kind of turnaround time that thing would be able to fly if, let's say, I mean, I don't know if I want to scout out the whole way ahead, because if we get caught by 20 or so people, that's a tough situation to be in. I want to maybe be, pretty close by. I would say maybe a few hours at a normal pace behind. Or ahead of, rather.
Well, I mean, if you are going with your track there and they're just marching normally, you will be several hours ahead of them eventually.
Yeah.
Because and this is of course assuming that you're going to march the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
But you can start proceeding on that, and if so, I'm going to need some perception checks. And because you are, and if you're moving now, ask about, are you attempting to move silently while doing this whole time, or because this will affect you?
Me?
That will affect your movement.
Yeah, I'm cautiously scouting through the woods to either find them or find signs of them so that we can potentially catch them out.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah, I'm heading out as efficiently as possible to catch them with their pants down. And I'm
Okay.
going to take that Raven bit with me so that I can send back a message to the party if need be.
Then I'm going to need you to make a perception check while you're going, and a stealth check for your scouting.
Okay, so perception is going to be an 8 plus 2, that's a 19. And then my stealth is 20, unnaturally.
Unnatural 20. Okay. So you begin. You and 3 hawks going with you proceed ahead of the party. The rest of you guys, are you using the Kargan March song, or are you just going up ahead at a normal pace?
I guess we're going at a normal pace. I was told not to sing. Nobody wanted to hustle montages through.
Yeah,
Do
no,
the
that's fine.
hustle. Do 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 do
Do,
do
do,
do
do,
do
do,
do
do,
do.
do.
All right. So as you begin proceeding ahead, Mott,
Mhm.
you are not, and you continue your search. You don't come across any signs of them as you're proceeding, and as you continue, you still don't see them. And before you know it, you have pushed this whole way through, and without stopping, and you're finding yourself at the edge of the campsite and still have seen no sign of them.
Okay. I am going to immediately send back the. I'm going to send back the Raven with the message of all clear to the camp. And then I am going to try to find the best location to lie in stealth. Is there any high ground? Is there any particularly wooded areas? I'm looking to hide out as best as I can
Well,
with my compadres.
this is basically you find some spots behind some trees and everything, and where you can still see the campground and you hide out. Make a new stealth check for your stationary hiding.
That is also a 20.
Okay, you begin to hide out. It's going to take another. Like, at this point, you will also probably need to sleep through the night, as you are going to be tired and exhausted from stealthily marching your way through here.
Mm-hmm. Would I be able to? Would I be able to prepare a spell in that amount of time while we're all kind of like? I guess
For
take
you to
charge.
prepare new spells will require 8 hours of rest and an hour of meditation. You will
Okay.
have time to do that as long as you
All
know
right.
that you've got the others watching out for you.
No, I'm just going to take my time. We'll balance it out so that we can all get as much rest as possible without wiping us out entirely.
Are we at the camp yet? The rest of us?
So, as you guys proceed onward, and then you're there, then the rest of you arrive to where Hiram and everyone has been camping out, hiding behind these trees there. You follow the signs and everything, and you're looking over the camp, and there they are, ducked behind some trees nearby, and there are no signs of anyone there, but there's Hiram and the 3 hawks that went with him, appearing much more rested after having traded some shifts that they're pushing through.
Alright, I'm gonna summon 3 skeletons.
Alright.
As arriving to the camp.
Hey, Venrus and Kargan, you may do well considering just the lowly scout had magic items on him. It may be wise to keep a regular watch of detect magic up to see if we can't detect any approaching.
Bearing in mind, detect magic again is a 60-foot cone in front of you. It
Yeah.
is not like a greater range, and
Okay.
it requires a concentration to maintain. So
All right.
if you are
At least check out the camp.
that would require walking through the camp with that active. It's like turning on a flashlight almost too. If anyone else it's not a catch-all answer to trying to find magic sources.
All right, well, I can try to help lead anybody through the camp and potentially detect any traps if anybody wants to attempt that.
May I use detect magic to see if there's any sort of warding around the campsite?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about you check the left side? I'll check the right.
Sounds good.
Well, so as you guys come around near the edge of this campsite that you previously been at, looking for signs of anyone here, and you've seen nothing so far. As you guys go out there, and Kargan goes off to the left side from your approach, and Venrus goes off to the right. You have control of those miniatures on the battle map, by the way.
Yeah.
Whew.
And you begin out there with you're like, begin casting. But with your magical Geiger counters, tick, 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 tick.
I'm also looking at my skeletons right behind me as well.
You find no sign of magic in this area until from the edge of where you are. Though, Karkin, when you get to the angle of about where you're at,
Yeah.
because now the campfire, the central fire, where that's currently not lit, would be about within your 60-foot range of your cone. There is magic illuminating from the campfire itself.
Interesting.
And it is coming across as divination.
Ah.
It's probably just keeping the fire lit.
You can make a perception check as well.
Yep. Perception away. Ah, purple dice failed me. Nat one. I don't know what's going on.
My purple dice gave me nat ones too.
Why didn't you tell me that before I pulled out the purple dice?
It's quiet. Almost too quiet. No. As you guys are standing around the edge there, you think you see something like right on top of the fire that wasn't the burnt out campfire, which wasn't there before. But Kargan doesn't notice it.
See
I'm
anything,
trying to
Kargan?
figure out what divination magic is.
Did I notice it at all
Certainly.
or anything?
Perception check if you know.
Alright, whatever.
23.
Yeah, you notice it looks like that there is some sort of metal container filled with water. Not like a pot, but like a thinner, smaller one. Like the type that might be. It's a very fancy-looking container, like that one would use for like scrying magic.
I point over to the. I look at the group and point over to the pot. So I'm not going up and touching it.
What's the game plan here? I don't know what we're supposed to do.
I want to motion over to one of the hawks with a bow and like give him the gesture like shoot at the pot.
Yurik steps up and nods at you and draws his bow and pulls back. Lets loose. And shoot.
Hiram looks a little dejected by that.
And he
You look busy.
lands it, knocking it over and spilling the water out of it.
And nothing happens. That we know.
And there seems to be no effect. He looks a little concerned and confused too. Maybe they saw that we were. Maybe they just fled when the minute they saw us joining together.
Well, to be fair, we never checked the camp before for magic, so that could have been there the whole time. Maybe we want to check and see if the rations and the other supplies were touched or moved. Can we head out towards where those were?
Absolutely. They were up basically at the north end of the camp. There was a large tree with open roots.
All right, we go over there with
I'm
Brom.
I'm gonna keep watch out over this way.
So
I'm gonna go up near
as
the
you
fire.
guys are crossing the camp, I need you all to make perception checks as you're walking across the camp.
Okay.
I got a crit.
26.
Pink dice are doing it for me tonight.
There you go.
15.
13.
My rolls are terrible.
That's 3 crits tonight for me. I'm pretty pumped about that.
So, those of you who got a 20 or higher,
That would be Hiram the Swift.
Hiram the Swift, notice actually as you're crossing the camp, because you don't make it all across there, there seems to be stirring movement in the gravel and the dirt in the area there. And coming out from the ground is a large, nearly humanoid figure made entirely of rock and earth.
It's an earth elemental.
Balls.
All right.
Do we get a surprise round or no?
Do we get a surprise?
Round. And then
No.
on the other edges over there, smaller, more medium-sized, 6 feet tall, like size of men. A few others pop up around the edges of the camp, including one right next to,
Excuse me.
not far off from where Kargan was standing.
I crack my neck a little bit. Look back.
It's time to do some singing.
Look back at Venrus, and you know what to do.
Sing, sing, sing.
So, at this point here, we are going to need some initiatives, and you can go ahead.
I thought you were about to end the episode, and I was going to be like, what the actual fuck?
Oh, the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers.
All right.
15 for initiative.
If you guys want to go ahead, I will also allow you in this case to use the thing to put into the turn tracker, if you would like.
Okay. Yeah.
I will do that.
Well, I rolled high, so I'm not doing that. So
Oh, so I just push the button here. Okay.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
you know what? No, I will. For the sake of fun, I will do it.
For the sake of fun.
Yeah.
So says
For the sake of fun usually means a crit fail.
Really?
Yeah, there it is.
Whatever.
For the sake of fun, boys.
the best part was that you still didn't even use the roll 20 interaction correctly to actually add your turn by selecting your miniature.
Where did they
So
move?
can I redo it?
No.
Where did they move initiative to? Is it under core?
It's still under core.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's always been under core.
Oh, fucking beautiful. Do I have to do the same thing for Brahm?
No.
Brahm
I thought
works
he
on your
goes
initiative.
yours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Can I have some skeleton figurines as well, please?
I will add you your skeletons.
All right behind me.
Production note. Be sure to describe what you're doing as best as possible.
Yes, last time we used the battle map and described, we kind of got lazy.
I will unlazy it then.
I did the thing.
I shot that one.
Oh,
Shoot
yes.
the guy and the person.
So, listen everyone to the epic combat as Kargan walks up to that guy over there and attacks him with his dice roll.
Not that one, the other one.
The other one.
But you.
Skeleton.
I got scotch in my beard.
Skeleton warriors.
Controlled by Venrus Long Arrow. So, you guys that went in there, the rest of the Hawks were kind of hanging back, like maintaining a back perimeter near the edge of the camp when this had happened.
Cool.
So they're not getting
They're not.
into the...
Well, they're just not up in it, so to speak. Like, they were hanging back.
They're up in it, all right.
Well, they're in it to win it.
All right.
Down to clown.
So,
Down like a clown, Charlie Brown. Or whatever. Let's start this.
Yeah.
so with that going on here. So these things are burst from the ground, and your guys are like, oh crap. Kargan, you are the first to react.
Oh, that's a rarity. I don't suppose I was able to rage song before this all happened. No?
No.
Okay, cool. You know what? I'm not gonna rage song just yet. I'm gonna go ahead because like I've got a few earth elementals kind of in my vicinity. I'm gonna take a nice little step left. I'm gonna pull out the good old fashioned iced earthbreaker. Hashtag not iced just yet. Maybe in the future. And I'm gonna take a swing at this first elemental and see what happens.
Okay. So Kargan
And-
immediately turns back around, steps 5 feet to his left, swinging his large hammer.
Yeah. Wait, what's my mod on my attack? Questions that need to be asked before I swing a hammer. I know. I apologize to everybody listening out there in the world. Does 18 hit?
An 18 will hit.
Oh,
Oh, this is gonna be cake.
don't speak too soon.
The cake is a lie.
No, but I love. Let's see. 10 plus. What's Earthbreaker's mod?
That may be
14?
in there for the most overused gaming joke.
I use hammer and I do 14 damage to the Earth Elemental allegedly.
You smash into him with your hammer, tearing little chunks of earth off of this creature as you attempt to make your weapon own up to its name of Earthbreaker.
It's a good start.
You tear some out, but you disrupt a bit of its form, breaking some rocks here and there, but it's still standing in front of you.
Yeah, better than fire. Oh, jeez.
Then the hawks immediately spring forth and draw their bows and begin taking many a shot at these things with their arrows.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 indeed, my friends. Pew, 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 indeed.
I can imagine Yurig saying that as they're going at it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Way to go, Hawks.
So they
Rolling
fire.
big.
They fire strings of arrows out towards these elements, concentrating on the ones that are closest on the left and right side, and at the large one in the center. And they clink some arrows into these large, hulking figure. The one large hulking figure made of earth and stone, and the smaller ones around the edge. Arrows sticking in, finding some purchase. It looks like that. Why does Braum have a separate initiative tracker?
Because I rolled it by accident.
Well, I'm deleting it.
No.
The large, then as they sing there, the large elemental glides forth, it disappears back under the ground, and then pops up right on the campfire next to Hasser, pulling out of the
Fucking
ground.
bring it.
As it swings down with its large, earthy fist.
Do
to
it.
attempt
See what
to
happens.
Slam you. Come on now, slam. If you want to jam. Well, a 24 hits you.
I think so, yeah.
Alright, as it... Oh, wow, that was actually even the wrong one, but that's beside the point. As it slams down with its huge... Just boulders, like it just literally has boulders for hands. Slamming you for 17 points of damage.
Okay.
That's not okay.
All right.
That's no good.
Yurik then responds to the ground and goes, "Careful, everyone! It's a trap!"
God damn it.
Good job, Yurik. You're
We
really
know.
on point.
We can go home now. We can pack it up. We said it.
We did it,
At
boys.
this point, he pulls back his bow and takes a special arrow out the back and fires it up into the air. The arrow then bursts in the air, illuminating the whole area with kind of an odd illuminescence. And in that moment, a lot like sparks seem to kind of fall, and doing so, you now notice up near the north end of the camp, kind of illuminated as this, like these sparks fall and land over things, a bunch of figures that were seemingly hidden in the distance. as a bunch of armed mercenaries, roughly about 17 in number, and one huge hulking, muscular, armored man with a beard down to his belt, and a thin figure with red hair and an open vest, holding a staff in his hand, appear.
All right.
And then it's Hasser's turn.
Okay. I am going to use this round to go Super Saiyan.
Don't you mean more like pseudo Saiyan? Let's be honest.
Oh.
So what are you?
Kaioken then.
If you
Kiowa?
if you Kaioken, then do it. What are you doing? Tell us what you're doing.
Okay, so should I forget the order? I just had it set up, but I will be casting Vicious and Fire Blessing on myself this turn. I think I had it set up in my mind, and we kind of agreed on what it was. But yeah, just so I could get all my buffs out of the way before I started fighting.
You instill yourself with your blessing of fire, pulling the fire of Garako into your heart, and imbue your weapon with to deal you are willing to take damage upon yourself to hurt your opponent more.
Yep.
Imbuing that with your God's fervor for battle as you stand ready. Since I do believe.
Oh wait, no, it was Iron Skin I casted the first turn.
Ah.
That's right.
So your skin is hard like iron, and you can decide what it is that you're doing. So, standing there in front of the Earth Elemental, you begin to channel your God's blessing and prepare for your next bout of combat. When you go to Venris, you get to react.
Me hearing Hasser's reaction, I'm going to cast Enlarge Person on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Wombo.
Actually, yeah, do that. I'm going to do that.
The Wombo combo begins as Hasser grows to the size of the large Earth Elemental in front of him, now towering at a solid 9 feet tall before this thing.
And can I make some sort of check to see what I know about like Earth Elementals? Like,
that would be a knowledge planes.
Okay.
Those are clearly on the ground, though.
Ooh, 18, 28.
Why would you do that to me? Those are clearly on the ground.
28.
So, what you know about Earth Elementals is that they don't really have a weak point. It's hard to find a critical purchase to deal extra damage to them. They don't need to eat, breathe, or sleep. And they have the ability to glide. They can move through the ground as if it was swimming through water. And
Are they resistant to any spells, like mind effects? Or do I know that?
You know that they can't be made to bleed, be paralyzed, poisoned, or put to sleep.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to, I guess, move a little bit to my right. Just because I'm afraid of that big old skeleton or rock thing that Hasir is fighting. Then I'm going to command all 3 of my skeletons to attack the rock to the right.
So backing over toward the right, you notice again that there's the Earth Elemental on the far side, and you send your skeletons charging after it with their tridents in hand to make some elemental kebab. Let's see them beautiful trident rolls.
Go! Go, go! One was a 15, another 18, another one 13.
One of them manages to find Purchase stabbing him with his trident.
Okay. That one deals 4 points of damage.
The others are unable to break through the rocky exterior.
Alright.
Hit her on the swift!
So I'm going to move a bit to the east to get within 30 feet of the rock elemental to the most northeast of the camp in order to shoot him better.
So you dash over next to one of the large tents in the area and pull back and fire your arrow.
I'm actually going to use rapid shot to fire 2,
PQ.
which will negate my favored terrain bonus. So we've got 6 plus 7. That's not going to be enough on the first. It's only like a 13 on the little guy. Ugh, two duds.
You move quickly and fire off 2 rapid shots, which just plink plink right off of the rock. Not able to find.
Brahm is going to stand at my feet and take ready in action in defense.
Okay.
Snarling, I imagine he's looking particularly nasty.
So the elemental glides through the ground, popping up near you, but not immediately on you.
Boop.
The 2 of the smaller elementals surround Kargan on the west side of the camp, swinging at them with their large rocky fists as you hear Eye of the Tiger going through your head.
Yeah, sounds about right.
As one swings at you with a 21 and a 16, what's your armor class?
Sitting on at 17 at the moment.
So one of them manages to find purchase on you because...
Ow.
Actually, no, wait, they had you flank, so they both managed to find purchase on you.
What's flank mean?
They get +2 to their attack.
Boo.
Slamming you for 22 points of damage between the 2 attacks. One for 10, the other for 12.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody went to the right and left me all by myself on the left. Argan regrets his current stance.
Kargan regrets his current stance.
22. Jesus.
Kargan, it is your turn.
Neat. I'm going to take a defensive 5-step back. Man, if standard actions were a dime a dozen, I'd have a lot to do. I'm just going to start my rage song because I can. And that's about all I'm going to be able to do this turn. Lucky
Who
me.
is accepting the rage song into their heart?
I'm singing it loud and proud. I hope
Nope.
you all enjoy it.
Brahms rocking it.
Somebody please save me.
The Hawks actually at this moment decide that they are taking the rage song into their heart.
Oh, thank God.
Which it then becomes their turn. As hearing your new allies come up to spring to put themselves between you and the elemental foes as they come bearing in with long swords. Charging in and swinging of your inspiring, angry song, your metal, or I don't know what your rage song sounds like. Perhaps you could enlighten us a bit.
God only knows. It depends on the time of day and the situation. I think some earthy tones, maybe a little bit of country music might be appropriate here. I don't know.
Wait. Did you just earthy tones me?
Yes.
One coming in, striking the first one that you had hit for an addition, with his longsword. The others not being able to find purchase, but they're angry and they're on your side.
That's good. That's a start.
As 2 others are coming up to try and assist Hasser with the large
Attaboys.
elemental, and others are coming out to cross the one that's trying to flank them on the left side. 4 of them come up behind Venerus with bows drawn and begin firing volleys off towards the mercenaries on the other side. The mercenaries then begin returning fire, focusing on the Hawks. Arrows are going back and forth across this now lit up area. The large figure with the shield, armored figure comes up and starts like smacking his chest and grows and Well, he turns into a large bear, okay?
Oh, dang it.
He begins beating his chest, and his body grows, and he gets hair, and his snout grows out, and his hands turn into large paws with claws as he comes and steps out there and roars intimidatingly at everyone.
Boo!
I'm not scared about this.
The red-haired man with the open vest and the staff in his hand steps up and begins casting a spell. I suppose if somebody wants to spellcraft, they can.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
27.
15. No. Sorry, I don't have arrows. I'm 13.
He's leading in with a basic magic, just basically casting a magic missile spell. And he's aiming it directly at Venris.
Oh.
Why me?
Poor
For
Venris.
11 points of damage as these missiles fly, the 3 separate missiles fly in and hit you.
Bip, bip, bip.
It almost hurts.
They were white and glowing and kind of shaped like dicks.
Wait, really?
Wait, what?
I will leave you to guess.
All right.
The large elemental sees the smaller foes in front of it, but is more focused on the large and in charge Hasser.
Damn it.
Sorry, and as he swings with both large boulders at the end of its arms at you. Swing twice. A 19 and an 18.
Aha! They both miss!
What's your armor class?
21 now.
Does that include the penalty for when you grew large?
Then it'd be 20.
Ah, so they do both miss. Your iron... As he swings and connects with your
yes.
iron skin. Ting, ting! Thankfully, your god's blessing keeps you safe for this round.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh.
That was actually pretty lucky because he rolled pretty low. That thing can
Yeah.
hit, that thing can hit like a truck.
I need to take that down.
Yerk comes running off to the side and goes, "Hey, you've been hunting me, Marcus!" And fires off 2 shots from his bow at the large bear man. I mean, and there might also be a pig in there somewhere. It's hard to
Oh my
tell.
goodness.
It's a... God, shit.
Oh. And he strikes into him, sticking arrows into the large man. As the armored bear screams, roars out in anger and pain. It's going to be Hasser's turn.
All right. I'm going to finish buffing myself up, getting to Kaioken times 3. So this round is when I would cast Vicious as a swift action.
Swift action,
And-
you imbue your weapon with a vicious quality, sacrificing your own health to deal more damage to your enemies.
Then I'm going in on the Earth Elemental here. Um, 24
That will
for
hit.
attack. All right. Let's fuck this guy up. Uh, 29
As
points
you,
of damage.
you swing back with your meteor hammer, feeling it, filled with the Garako's blessing and glory of this worthy opponent. Fighting the pure forces of nature themselves, you slam your hammer into it, cracking a good part of rock off of its shoulder. And don't forget to take your own d6 of vicious damage.
Did that.
All right. As you feel both the rush and the pain of the enchantment on the weapon filling you.
Feels good.
Venris, you got pewed with magical flying white, I guess you would say columns, maybe pillars or dicks.
Foul eye.
All right. Where was the mage who cast the spell?
He's in the back there with all the others at the further north end of the camp. He's a man in red hair with an open vest and holding a staff in his hand.
Okay. I'm going to cast Mind Fear on him.
All right.
And yeah,
What is your DC for
18.
18? Oh, wow.
Yep,
Someone.
because it's a necro spell. +1 extra.
Oh!
Yes!
He falls victim to your mind sphere.
And I want him to be afraid of Hasir himself.
So describe to me how is your spell making him afraid? I'm not
Oh yeah. It's
familiar with
for
mind sphere.
1d4 rounds. Yeah. 1d4. For 4 rounds.
4 rounds. He will be terrified and run away from Hasser. Give me the description of the Mind Fear spell. I'm not familiar with that one off the top of my head.
Here, I'll just link it to you.
Please do.
Yeah.
But for the viewers at home,
We can
There.
give the description.
He is super scared of apparently Hasser, in particular images of Hasser hitting people with his cannonball his meteor hammers. He's like, I don't want to die to that. No, that looks so scary. He might brain me.
It's not. He's not within 30 feet of you.
Oh, then I'll move up then.
I picture an eternal darkness. And in this creature's mind, there is nothing but darkness.
Oh.
And then from the darkness explodes a visage of Hasser with a gigantic ass hammer. Just
An
staring.
axe hammer.
I kind of lost it there towards the end, but we had
However,
it for a while.
because of this particular caster's experience and the amount of health that he possesses, he is merely shaken for 1d4 rounds, as he has greater hit die than you.
Fair. At least he got something going on.
So he will be shaken, and at the fear visage of the large, giant man with the flaming hammer, meteor hammer for him. Hiram the Swift.
Wait, and then my skeletons are going to keep on attacking with their tridents against the little thing.
Your skeletons maintain the eastern front against the earth elemental,
Ole miss.
not finding any purchase on their attacks, but keeping the thing at bay.
Oh wait, what the hell? No, these should actually all hit. They're not adding the modifier. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Oh, wow.
Your skeletons are broken.
I forgot it. Oh my god. It's supposed to be a +8 for all of them, so
Then they will
Nice.
all,
Oh, wow.
they will
All
all
the other
hit.
ones.
the other
Oh,
one
yeah.
should hit as well. Then.
Which was an extra 9 damage.
All right.
Unless, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though all 3 hits from that one should have hit as well.
As they
I don't know
All
if you
right.
want to-
So as they will, then we'll just they continue to gouge at this elemental off to the side,
Okay, for a total of 12 points of damage from them.
stabbing into it, breaking up the consistency of its form.
Yep.
And then it's Hiram the Swift.
Does the shapeshifter count as an animal now that he is in bear form?
You don't know why or how he's in bear form, but no, he is not an animal.
Okay. I will send Brahm out to attack the elemental that's squaring off with the hawk that's kind of directly in front of me. But I don't know how to roll his damage.
That's okay. I'll just make a dice roll for me, and I will do the rest from there.
He got a 17
He will hit.
on the dice.
His bite does do a d8 of damage plus his strength.
His strength or his strength modifier?
Just you don't have the stats in there right now. We'll fix it later. But I know what the wolf stats are, so don't worry about it.
Min damage. That's a 1.
Okay, so he bites into it, but because of the wolf special ability, he lands the attack. He gets a free trip attack as well to attempt to trip the enemy to the ground. So roll another attack roll as a combat maneuver bonus.
16.
16.
No.
That's enough. As he bites into the leg of the earth elemental, finding a purchase in some of the softer area, he pulls it down its leg and pulls it prone onto the ground.
Ooh, good work, Brom. You killing it. All right, and I will take a shot at the man bear. He's within 30 feet.
He is a bear man, and he's kind of chauvinistic, so you could call him a man-bear pig.
That is 13 plus 2 is 15 plus 6 is 21 plus 1 is 22.
Wait, where are all of these numbers coming from?
I rolled a 13. We're in the forest, so that's a plus 2. Plus 6 is my mod, and plus 1 is my bow, plus 1.
Okay. You should really just have a total number figured out, but okay.
Yeah.
I literally have this written on a piece of paper that's pasted on my wall.
Wow. For those of you podcasting it, he just moved his webcam to show us the piece of paper taped to his wall.
Yeah, it's all there.
So, all right, you fire, and you hit him with an arrow.
Okay, and I will roll 1d8, and that will be for 2. Hold on. What was the plus 3 for?
Your strength.
Okay, yeah, 2 plus 3, so that's 5 plus 1. And does favored terrain give me bonus to damage?
No, it does
No?
not.
And he's not an animal?
He is not an animal.
So that's 6 damage.
You put an arrow into his shoulder, seeming to add to the rage and anger that he is feeling.
And I am quite confused because he looks like a bear, but I can't seem to damage him like a bear would have been damaged.
So, these smaller elementals begin to get tangled up with the skeletons and some of the hawks. One being knocked prone, instead of it just shifts itself into the ground and then comes up out of the ground behind Hiram, now standing up. As it glided through the ground and came back up behind him. The others engaged in combat there with your... The one engages in combat with the skeletons off on the east side of the camp, attacking at the one in the middle. What is the armor class of your skeleton?
18.
Wow, those are tough skeletons.
What?
As he's able to get past the skeleton's defense. So Kargan, Bacon was saved by the presence of the hawks there.
Thank God. Let's smash some earth elementals. I'm going to... Grateful that that these guys showed up to my aid. I am going to continue to fight. I'm going to make a small step here to the left, kind of bolstering this nice little defense that we've set up here. And I'm going to swing at this left elemental again with my iced earthbreaker, enraged, or not large and in charge yet. But I'm going to smash him in the face as hard as I can. Rolling.
I'm sorry.
Why?
You're sorry? Why? 17?
Never mind.
17 will not hit.
Okay. Then I am sad.
18.
Kargan is sad.
Yeah!
Doesn't sound sad.
Well, that's because he hides it behind over enthusiasm.
The rage.
It's like, yeah!
All right. The hawks continue to chip away at the earth elementals, as well as the one is trying to keep the one off of Hiram, and the other two join in attacking the large one. The few of them over in the back there continue their barrage of arrows at some of the mercenaries, managing to strike 2 of them down. But the mercenaries are also returning fire as well, and they are managing to seem to be concentrating, dropping one of the hawks and injuring Yorick in the process as well. As soon as it will let me change, there we go. The large earth elemental, still bothered from the, you've been chipping away, and he's coming at you, both large fists swinging at the command of that which summoned him.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, yes!
Wow.
I am just like on the edge of my seat, like fuck, no.
Again, not able to penetrate your tech. The first one, he seems now to be almost distracted by the small, puny hawks that are, at his sides, attacking at him. Apparently, he just can't hit shit.
Hey,
I mean, he can't.
you're calling me shit.
Well, I mean, you're super high intensity.
Is it because
totally.
of my skin? That's
No.
racist.
If it makes you feel better, you're hot shit.
Whoa,
Okay.
okay. Once and for all, no. The only casual racism in all my games is all of the taverns are named after halflings in an insulting manner. Okay.
Right. He just doesn't like short people.
Fine. And moving on. Ugh. God. So, moving on to Yorick, who goes to put Yorick. I'm sorry, not Yorick. Yorick. Oh, so many NPCs. Fires off 2 arrows at the bear man. And just no. He's just not. He goes to shoot past the elemental, but he can't, and it just bounces off the thing's shoulders. And large bear man charges up to get a piece of one of that sweet hawk action.
Does the Hasir get an attack of opportunity because he hit his threatened area?
Yeah, I got 15 feet.
Oh, you're right. You do get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
We're gonna go bear.
I still have to make
bear
an
bowling
attack
here.
roll, right?
Yeah.
Attack roll.
All right. 19 plus.
Yeah, that's
it's
gonna
gonna hit.
Yeah.
28.
Don't
Big.
even bother.
So I get to add everything with that roll.
It's
My
just a
damage?
regular
All right.
attack.
Yeah.
You hit. He comes
All
running,
right.
charging up, claws out in front of him, snarling snout, and you're just like, oh look, there. And you
Hit
Convenient
him right in the
target.
face.
hit him right in the fucking face with your goddamn giant ball on a chain.
It's pretty awesome.
Oh my god,
It's
I'm
hap-
like,
As Haber swings back with his ex-wife and smacks this thing right in the face.
okay,
Get it? It's a ball and chain joke.
Yeah, I got it.
37 damage.
Nice.
Holy crap! You hit this thing square in the face.
Home run.
Shrugging it off, he still goes.
Excelsior!
Oh god. He still comes in and swings hard at this hawk after catching it in the face, and he is going to swipe this thing with his large. He doesn't even pause in his attack.
Oh god damn.
Ah,
Boo.
sounds like something D. Claude would have said.
Oh, that I cannot hope to live up to the king. Okay, I just merely try to continue on his legacy.
Must
I
be
think I should get
fighter.
double points for making a pun out of DeClaude's name.
So
If we keep doing puns, we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah,
So he
pretty unbearable.
Oh god. Anyways, so the mage runs over and begins to cast a spell. Any of you can attempt a spellcraft to identify.
So much for being.
Only a 3. So
14. So
Oh well, you guys cannot cast it there. As he begins to cast a spell targeting Hasser.
Oh come on!
you knew it was gonna happen. You knew.
You were supposed to be shaken.
He is shaken, but
God,
not
that guy
stirred.
is-
I was about to say not stirred.
boom.
How do I die?
Well, it's not a matter of dying. It's actually more of a matter of if he's capable of dispelling the magical effects that have been put upon you.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it!
Yep.
No.
Hasir's one weakness, dispel magic.
Oh, he does. He successfully dispels the enlarged
Oh.
person. The enlarged person spell. The iron skin.
No. God damn
Oh
it!
wow.
Oh, and the flame blessing.
God damn it!
Nerf mages.
Hold your action.
Yeah, he dispels all of your blessings.
Oh
Oh my
everything.
god! Fuck me.
As you shrink back to your normal size and are no longer a pseudo Saiyan.
God damn it. Huh.
Well then.
Fuck that
As
guy.
it's your turn.
Oh boy. I'm going to take a 5-foot step back and
Yep.
cast Fervor on myself to heal a little bit and reapply Iron Skin to heal for 5 points of damage.
All right. So you step back from the fray, going, "Oh shit! There went my power up," um, and heal yourself up from the fight there. I didn't think he'd get them all, but apparently he got them all.
He took everything.
God got them all.
Venrus, you watch.
So, for the people in podcast land, my skeletons actually did 50 points of damage in the course of 2 rounds.
Oh well, in that case, we are down 1 Earth
did.
Elemental.
Okay. Now that I have all the modifiers right this time. Seeing that, do I see that Hasir is normal size?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He is
Then
well.
I'm going to
I am very
recast
sad
enlarged
about it.
person on him again.
Oh my god.
Round 2, baby. You got it.
I'm still going to be back a little bit.
Mage fight!
You have some serious stretch
Like
marks
I
after
said, like
this.
this medium, large, small, big, and small, big, small.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, I'll have to remember that. I have a 15-foot range, and I'm not using it.
You are not.
You are not fighting tactfully, sir.
Right.
All right. So, what, are you commanding your skeletons? Do you think there is an Earth Elemental that popped up behind Hiram? But you know, Hassair is feeling a bit like stretched out. You know, big, small, big. It's like kind of like it's a magical cock tease, is what it is.
Can my skeletons get a charge attack on the big old bear?
Skeletons are not capable of charging.
Really? Okay.
They are capable of lumbering.
Yeah. They can,
Well then,
they can just move their movement. I mean, if you wanted to, they could throw their tridents at it.
Nope.
I mean, what's the odds of them hitting Hiram? I mean, come
yeah.
on.
Come on.
1 and 2.
All right. Well, I'm going to get them all right next to the bear, all right up close to them, and hopefully this
Flank
might
that
sort
son of
of
a
like
bitch.
scare them in some way.
You're just surrounding them with spooky skeletons. 5 spooky, 3 spoopy, 5 me. All right.
And I'm
Hiram-
backing up like 5 feet as well
You're like, oh
myself.
shit. Hiram the Swift McDaniels.
So Brahm is gonna rush in and attack that rock elemental that's right behind me,
All right.
and that is a 16.
That will hit.
And what is he? A D6 or a D8?
D8.
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 2 damage.
All right, and he gets the free trip attack, being a wolf.
19.
Oh, that's enough. As he again drags this thing to the ground.
So, will that make it so that if I try to leave the area, I won't have to risk an attack of opportunity?
It will still get an attack of opportunity. It will just have a penalty for attacking while prone.
Okay, I'm gonna move 5 feet away from it. Yeah, behind Fenris. It is me, Venrus, and then the army of mercenaries. And I'm gonna notch an arrow and take a shot right at our old Mr. Rock there.
Mr. Rock.
Mr. Rock.
Can you smell what he's cooking?
He is cooking a 27 to the face.
That will definitely hit.
And that will be 6 damage plus 3. Hold on, let me just make sure my modifiers
that
are
has
in
the
here properly.
modifiers included.
It does not have the strength modifier?
It does. That's why it's plus
Oh.
4.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
So
you shoot
6
it
damage.
6 damage. You shoot it in its rocky face.
All right.
The elemental shifts through the ground and comes up behind the hawks. This elemental turns to attack at Kargan, who had swung at it with the large hammer.
Yep.
Does a 14 hit you?
No, sir.
All right, the others begin staying engaged with the hawks that they are fighting. And it will be la Kargan.
All right. Angry that I did not hit him on that first swing, I'm going to reel back even harder and swing harder in my mind. It's not going to do more damage, but I feel it.
Arrgh!
Does 18 hit?
18 hits.
God damn. It's like 10. How about 11? My dice hates me. It's been like 3 weeks now. All right. And then that's a 5. That one went way out there. 9 plus 6, 15.
You smack into it with your Earthbreaker. Alongside with damage done for the hawk, you smash the thing into pieces.
Oh, thank God. All right. Now that that one's dead, I can still move, correct?
You still have movement. This is correct.
I still have a move action. Okay. So then I'm going to step. That's actually. I'm kind of surveying the field here, and I'm gonna. So many elementals and things. I'm gonna step back here. I'm gonna flank this bad boy and start fighting this elemental that's kind of infiltrated the back lines of hawks and help out those guys there.
All right. So the hawks begin to swarm around this elemental here, working at taking it down. Having chipped away at it previously, they managed to drop that elemental. These hawks continue to. This hawk steps back now that he's in the face of both the large elemental and the large bear man.
That's a fair decision.
He steps back and just does a complete disengage because he is hurt, and goes to and drinks a potion to heal himself up. This one, one of the other hawks continues his press on the large earth elemental.
Yeah, it's your funeral.
And then the large earth elemental, gearing back up there, lifts, pulls back its large earthy fists and decides that it wants to give Hasser a taste of Mother Nature.
God damn it! Get off my dick!
Nat 1.
For a 22 and then a nat 1. So
Alright,
I'm assuming
so the
that
first one
22
hits.
will hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and then he does. 13
Wow.
points of damage.
Thank God.
Look at
I
all
love
of
this.
those ones. Look at all of those ones. The second attack that he swings in, however, just
that missed.
misses.
The second one.
Right, the nat 1, but he fails to hit the bear man with it.
Damn.
He fails to hit his ally in the process.
Why can't you suck?
Yurik goes back there and decides that it's going to be within his best interest for the group to start aiming his shots at the mage in the back.
Good idea.
Sticking an arrow into
I don't
him.
want to lose my buffs again.
I don't want to wait for my buffs to be over. And then dropping their arrows, some of these mercenaries begin to charge up to swarm on the hawks and get into the line. As they begin to come around to flank. And it's at this time that the spell wears off and all of the elementals are unsummoned, having
Son of a bitch.
lasted for the duration of their spells.
Just about to kill that guy.
As Bear Man takes both of his claws to rip into one of the hawks that's in front of him.
Yeah.
Both claws connecting viciously. Very, very viciously. He just takes both claws into the hawk's chest and literally just tears him in two.
Oh. Oh, no.
Poor guy.
He barely stood a chance.
So the
Is it gonna be-
mage walks up behind his large bear friend and begins casting a spell. If anyone wants to spellcraft to identify.
How to do my thing.
10.
19.
He is casting literally, and I kid you not, bear strength on the bear man to make him stronger.
Yeah.
Hasser,
Okay. I'm going to cast Vicious again on myself, and then take a step over towards the hawks over here to aid them in taking down the swarm of mercenaries that are now. I'm going to tell Jurg to watch out.
as you walk over him, like
Right.
dun dun.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, and then I'm going to take the closest mercenary I can get to. As I needlessly roll for my attack of 19.
That will hit.
All right. $32 damage.
You turn him into squishy paste.
All right, then I am using my the free intimidate, because of bloody show.
Very nice. Make your intimidate check.
Okay. 22.
As you smash them in a bit, and what everyone is like very dismayed and shaken by the bloody carnage you just displayed. Venris.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be aiming at the bear with my crossbow, and the skeletons as well are going to be attacking him. All aiming for the gut. My crossbow, 9.
No,
All right.
but you do 2d6 style damage to yourself.
Yeah. At least I got that going on for me. 24 for the first attack for the skeletons, 22, and 15.
So your skeletons start making bear kebab with him. Man, these trident-wielding skeletons named Greg, they just surround the large bear man and begin skewering at him.
23 points of damage altogether.
Wow. Hiram
Yeah,
the
for anyone
Swift.
wondering how these skeletons are so tough, it's because they scale with my level. So these are way different from other skeletons.
These skeletons are busted is what they are.
All right, so I will send Brahm out to attack the bear.
As he charges in, the bear gets an attack of opportunity from as he moves within his large threat range.
Okay.
And he will hit Brahm.
Oh.
Oh, for 13 points of damage. That hurts Brahm in a pretty, that wasn't pleasant for him. At all. But
Could've
he
been
gets
worse.
his attack now. That could have been a lot worse, yes.
Okay. 19.
That will not hit the bear man.
Wait,
Fuck. Okay, I'm very perturbed at that
There you
man. I will go to shoot him. Shoot him with my bow. And Schwa. 18. Not gonna hit.
Not hit.
Okay, I am going to move towards the hawks and say, Vedris, you may want to get out of there.
I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
Surrounded by mercenaries.
Then it's all on Kargan.
Hey, what's up, everybody? All right. I'm getting sick and tired of watching this mage do mage shit. I'm gonna ask you a question, Lashak, because I want to cast Bladed Dash. What does adjacent mean?
Anything that's immediately in the squares touching the line that you go.
Okay, so if I were to Bladed Dash here, would this be considered adjacent?
It would be considered adjacent to if you blade dash in in a line going northeast from your position. You can put in the position to get an attack upon either of these two mercenaries that you would pass through, and the mage who would be right there at the end of your bladed dash.
Okay, so I will Bladed Dash, and I'm looking at this. I'm hitting the mage guy in the face.
So Kargan casts a spell, turns in like an anime character, like basically dashes forward at the speed of like lightning between these things, and pops up behind the mage with his large hammer raised above his head.
And I swing with the fury of that's going to be 20.
That will hit.
The attack.
Man, that would have been a great time for a crit, wouldn't it? Just
it would have been the best.
Dunk to miss.
It's going to do 12 damage.
Oh, you slam into him with that hammer for an additional 12 points of damage. He is not looking very happy or healthy at the moment. Between that and the arrows that hit him, he's not a happy camper.
That's good.
Good. Don't want him to be a happy camper.
So this is turning into almost a straight-up brawl at this point with the Hawks and the mercenaries. And the large bear man, but there are more Hawks down than there are. Well, the numbers, it's a brawl. Like they are just in their weapons and they're changing. Yeah. The bows have all been put down. It's
gonna be great when we show up back with like all the Hawks dead.
we got a Hawk.
The Hawks.
We did it, boys.
Oh,
there we go. There we go. There's my assist. There it is.
And then Yurik just like pulls back there and he aims, squints for a second, fires off 2 arrows, and puts one right into each eye of the red-haired mage, dropping him to the ground.
Thank God.
Yay.
Before he even gets a chance for a spell there. But enraged, the large bear man, no! Like, just goes. He's taking attack of opportunity from all the skeletons as he's going after Yurik.
Yes.
Skeletons.
Right. Shredded him,
10, and 16.
The 21 will hit, stabbing him in the flank with the trident as he goes over to try and avenge his fallen friend there.
10 points of damage.
As he swings... Oh, he's going to hit Yurik.
Sarah gets an attack of opportunity, too.
Yeah.
No, because he just...
50 feet.
Oh, you're right, because he moved straight into melee range in his
I think, actually, there's probably been all of these guys who have made attacks of opportunity. Pretty much, actually, ever since
15.
they got here, their attack of opportunity.
15.
15
Not 50.
15 will
50.
not hit.
What? No. I was saying range. Not. I didn't roll yet.
Well, make your attack roll.
15.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I thought you said 50.
No,
I was like, okay,
He
that's
made
the
the
math.
in his bloodlust. He
19
charged
plus.
into full on range. That will hit. I heard the 19.
28.
Yeah, I heard the 19.
Yeah.
All right.
Chirp.
Another 32.
Jesus.
Oh, the Hassair damage. Yeah, as you swing and you hit him, and it tears a chunk. His jaw is like hanging loose. He's not down yet, but he is. You crack him across the jaw with your meteor hammer. The jaw looks broken. It's hanging loose, but he still gets this claw off on Yurik for.
It's not me.
Oh, for 14 points of damage, tearing into him. And then Hassair.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Fervor on myself again to heal quick, for 5 points of damage.
Oh.
And then I am going right after Man-Bear Pig again
Yeah.
for 17 plus 9, 26.
That will hit.
All right. Let's take it down.
You hear the sound of
Four.
intense math happening.
So many dice.
Math intensifies.
30.
All right, tell me, how are you doing? Like, how do you finish him off? Describe to me your killing blow.
Okay, so I'm gonna start like swinging around my hammer and then take it in both hands and crack it right across the side of his face.
All right. This is not the moment for skill. This is not the moment for finesse. This is just the fury, the rage of Garako. As you pull back the hammer, swing it right across, hitting him square. Again, your favorite target is a motherfucker's face as you cave in his temple and
All
drop
right.
him to the ground. You get your gory finish again.
For 18.
And then you're like, ah, as you drop him down there, and the rest of the mercenaries, looking now that their leader and their mage has been downed, the elementals did not do the job, and they haven't dropped nearly as many of the hawks as they thought they would. Drop their weapons and surrender. And
Mercenaries, put down your arms as you've already done. You all have been misled. The King of Ternod's a jerk. Let us tell you why.
And that's where we're going to end the game tonight.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Tune in next week to find out why the King of Turnog is a dick. Thank you all for who checked out with us live, and those of you in podcast land will be back. We record live on twitch.tv/TForce Podcast every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, about then. We're getting better at starting on time. You can check us out on social media at TForce RPG on Twitter, and of course on our home website at trendyforcenetwork.com, and we upload all these videos onto the T-Force podcast YouTube, so check us out. We'll be continuing to push out more content and more RPG stuff to come to you in the future. So thank you everyone for checking in, and we will see you all next week. Goodbye.